Hey everybody, my name is Alex Torpey. I'm the town manager here, and I am here with Pete Kulbacki, our Director of Public Works. How's it going, Pete?
I'm okay.
So we are here to talk a little bit about a job posting that you are probably looking at right now, which is the Deputy Director for Highway and Fleet.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about what that job is.
So this job entails obviously overseeing the highway department and making sure our equipment, townwide equipment, is in top-notch shape, as well as looking at future replacements of our fleet. One thing we're a little bit unique in most DPWs is that we do a lot of construction. So we're not just talking about trucks like these behind us, but excavators, backhoes, rollers, smaller equipment that we can pave with or do some minor work such as that. So we do quite a bit more work in the way of construction than we do just in maintenance.
There's a lot in-house that's done here, as we can hear behind us. And so this position, what is the Deputy Director responsible for doing, and how do they fit in with the other divisions within Public Works here?
The Deputy Director is responsible for, as I indicated before, all the highway operations, which is wintertime plowing, sanding, all that sort of stuff, making sure that's running. Not necessarily out there running trucks, but making sure they have the resources to actually do that work. The training folks to make sure they do things safely. And then during the summer months, we do far more of routine maintenance along the roads, but also the construction projects, managing the projects, contracting subcontractors, bidders, whether it be paving or people doing flat work, curbing and concrete work such as that, but working with some of the plans. We have two in-house engineers. I'm an engineer, and other deputy of engineering and utilities will do designs and help do layouts, managing all the street signals, all the lighting, the town lighting, which we have ornamental street lights along with our signals, which are all controlled and automated, so we're overseeing all that.
And how many staff do we have here total in the Public Works Department, and in how many divisions?
So there's 39 staff in Public Works. That includes water, wastewater, and there's water treatment, wastewater treatment. Wastewater collection is line maintenance, we call it, sewer line maintenance, and then water distribution, which works with the sewer line maintenance and doing like more utility construction and maintenance. Then we have a highway division, we have a fleet division, and we also have a facilities division, which that directly reports to me because I do more of the work dealing project with energy and building infrastructure improvements. So those positions all work together, along with our administrative division, which deals with our GIS, deals with our billing, all our engineering, as well as all the permitting and all the functions that make sure that we can fill all the paperwork out.
Right. Now, one of the things that you mentioned, which is a big priority here, is sustainability. And so I imagine that that's something that should be on somebody's mind. But what else, I mean, what's the right background for someone coming into this? What's a good professional experience that someone might have that would set them up really well for success in this position?
So positions that have done well in this area are folks that have actually worked in construction as construction managers. We've had to work with pressing deadlines, work in the public eye, work in the streets, work around a lot of other contractors and a lot of other things going on, the traffic moving around. Generally, that position isn't a position that's on call for emergencies unless there's a disaster.
Right.
Then all
Then we're all on call.
We're all on call.
Right. Okay. Anything else that you want to share? So I know the job posting is up on the website right now. Anything else that someone who might be looking at this job might want to know about?
We have a staff that's aging, and at some point we'll see
A lot of
turnover.
Yeah.
We have some vacancies that we're trying to fill, so we have a lot of newer folks. So there's an opportunity to train new folks and bring them along, some new techniques, new ideas, and opportunity to put your stamp on a bunch of folks.
All right, I was going to say, it sounds like, I mean, based on the turnover that we're having and sort of where we're at, person coming into this role is going to have a lot of impact on how the division looks in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an area that when I started 25 years ago, a lot of the people who are retiring now were all young.
Right.
I don't know what happened. But now I think you'll find that coming into this position, you'll find a lot of the people coming in will be young on the younger side. We do still have some pretty skilled people who will still be around for 10 or 15 years, but a lot of them will be less than 10 years. So there will be definitely some opportunities to groom people into new skill sets and new techniques, as well as looking at new directions and where we specialize. We do a lot of in-house things, like in the background you hear them, they're scraping stencils because we do all the painting of street painting. So that's something that most communities do some, but we do all the long line painting as well as all the stencil work. So those are things that we've added. We've been looking at new techniques of like winter maintenance. We've been using brine for several years. We're one of the first communities to use brine. We're the first community in the state to put a roundabout in. I was nearly lynched a couple times for that, but now they're everywhere.
Right.
And they work well.
They do.
So we're not afraid, and we get a lot of good to try new things. The community supports what we do. Boards have been very supportive. Managers supportive. So we've got a lot of opportunities to do some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that last note because I think it's important for people coming into these positions to know that there is a lot of support in the capital plan from myself, from the board, from town meeting, for all these sorts of projects, and like you said, for trying new things. We're also in the midst of changing the way a lot works here from an employment perspective. So there's a lot sort of in transition right now, and it's kind of an exciting time. There's a lot to do and a lot to think about, but it's also an exciting time to join the organization because, like Pete said earlier, someone coming into this is going to really get to put their stamp on this, for the next decade or two going forward. So if you are looking at this and you do have questions, you can reach out to our Human Resources Department, and we can answer any questions or put you in touch with Pete or anybody else to answer any questions that you might have. And we hope to see your application. So thanks, Pete, for sharing some stuff with us.
And hopefully we'll see you.
Yeah.